Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the Game of the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. Here's the Allied Commander and for me this is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B and we arrive already the 16th March 42. The days I can use the amphibious assault bonus to easily unload troops at the beaches is soon over. 1st of April is everything at normal. I sweeping near Merrick, north of Batavia. This minefield I run in with some of my cargo ships and destroyers before. By destroyer I was able to save the cargo ships go down, but unloaded. Here's a light cargo ship at Ceylon. Maybe my submarine is low on torpedoes, or I don't know, the commander didn't want to attack. And the British cruisers are back to bombard Akyab. I still don't really care too much. Damage to the base, but not to the units. Yeah. I have more important operations ongoing that I simply ignore this kind of stuff. Here's still this AM sub-hunter group at Perth. They are not really good in this kind of job, but they are enough to threaten my submarines and make it hard for them to really find cargo ships, tankers or whatever important ships. Sweeping of vendoring, making sure that you don't run in enemy caps. Not that I really believe this could happen here now, but better safe than sorry. And small ground bombardment support, so I slow down the New Zealand troops at Auckland. Similar situation here with the Dutch at Makassar. And today I concentrate strike against this defeated block force, but I will maybe not run this too many days. I don't really get here anything. I have a good strike against the airfield, but I also lost one airplane. A lucky hit by flak. Only one damage, but one killed airplane. So this one airplane get all the hits more or less at the same time. That's dead. And these are the base forces out of Osthaven. And the Balikpapan garrison unit, I think. Yeah. All the leftover stuff. And the second day in the row that Xargun tried to slow down my units, and today I was able to react. The first day is always hard, you could only guess, so I better let Xargun attack for free. This is all mountain terrain, even if he strikes my troops, the best he can do is slow them down. So one SP3 Chinese Russian bomber is going down, and maybe one Hudson. Not the best cap, but I hope this will stop this kind of bombardments in the future, or I can get more kills. But it let me know that the Xargun is still somewhere in China, active, not only running away. But yeah, I can also understand that if you use Air Force strike missions out of China and China is so low on supplies, every bomb you must pay with supplies. So I think there's limited resources and supplies simply for the Chinese Air Force to bomb Japanese troops on the ground. So a strategic bombing or bombardment campaign out of China, I think, is very hard to maintain. If the Japanese are able to cut the oil and stop the heavy industry in Sichuan. Good. So more ground attacks. So far all is fine. Okay. No surprise. No airlines, evil submarine sinking my destroyers. This is only a high mountain bombardment. Okay. Today, this 36th Japanese division is here to win the battle. Okay, fine. Successful. And maybe now I can wipe out this northern New Zealand army force. Not really. Heavily destroyed but not defeated. So tomorrow I must kick them a little more. But they don't have any retreat options, so they must surrender. And this means often that units are fighting a little more tough. But they're fighting only tough because they must surrender. And yeah, if the morale is low, they surrender. If the morale is not low and high enough, then they fighting. At least if they have anything left to fight with. Overall, okay day. I move my equipment around the map, trying to prepare the last 3 big operations I plan to achieve before end of the month. But time is tight. So today, first air losses. Okay, air losses mostly here. Flag 1 for my, this was over Bendwing, and maybe this is all Bendwing more or less. 2 enemy bombers getting destroyed by cap fighters. Okay. No ship sinking sounds, so everything is normal. In China, we don't have any change of situation. This is now the situation. I win this battle, but this unit's not surrender. They are running. This was this. I saw it coming, but I think it's okay. So now the Chinese are here and they can more or less close here the supply lines, and my units will run out. I think already now I cannot bring in more supplies to this division, but this division is at level 2 on fort level on triple terrain, so it's not easy to kick me out here. And if the Chinese want to try it, they can do it, and they maybe bleed dry with this. I maybe lose my division, but it's only infantry. Japan can build unlimited infantry units, more or less. It's only points, and I have already so many points that I don't care too much. And this is a Japanese division here in China. It's not a free division, so yeah. I catch up with these Chinese units. I'm not sure if they will. Yeah, okay. So there was at least one unit, yeah, one Chinese unit was faster than I expected and arrived here, and then this means more or less that the other guys are also arriving, I think, next turn. So I will not be able to force them to a battle. But on the other hand, I was able to bring in some block force. The tanks are here. So the Chinese cannot take over the base. Issue is now only that because there are Chinese units in this hex, they will switch off the primary resource centers, so manpower and resources. They cannot produce anything. Means the light industry is still working because it's industry, but this 38, so it means 380 resources per day I cannot produce. And I also cannot produce this 5 infantry guys because manpower always produce 5. But manpower is never an issue, and resources I have enough first. Okay, so this is only this 13th army is catching up with this guys. Here is also my main body arrived in this hex, so I will now continue my march on to Yon. Not sure if the Chinese will fight for this or will try to dig in this hex. This hex I think the Chinese must hold, or I can more or less walk east and cut with this base and this. If I can control these 2 hexes, all this area is in a deep trouble. So, yeah, we will see. And these Chinese units are still running, but I will catch them sooner or later. But in China, all looks fine. I achieved already a lot or enough, I would say. All of this is a must-have one, better have. This already will give trouble to the Chinese. In combination with taking Burma, now the Chinese industry is already in a weak spot. Taking all these additional cities will lower the resource or supply production for the Chinese. Losing the center is then really the moment that the Chinese have nearly nothing more left to feed these armies. The Chinese getting a lot of units, but without supplies it's hard to attack. Defense is okay, but attack is hard. Burma was okay, there was this bombardment, not that it really cost. I lost here maybe 1 infantry guy or something like this. It cost me more supplies, but I think 300 supplies or something like this. I think the bombardments, the shells are also expensive. Not that the Allies really care shell cost. There was a submarine had an issue, don't want to attack. I don't know more which one. Maybe it was this one or it was this one. Could be this one, and this was maybe damaged, so the commander don't want to attack. I don't know. Or it could be this submarine. But they all have torpedoes, so I don't know. Some submarine was here and don't want to engage this light cargo ship. I bring in more troops to Port Blair, and I also need supplies here. I have already a lot of engineers here to prepare the airfield. Soon I will be at level 3, this means I can then run torpedo bombers. And this allows me simply to have a torpedo bomber base interdict any shipping from Ceylon to Calcutta. Because this is impossible, no ship can use this strait. It must always come source of Ceylon. And from this hex to Port Blair are 19. Okay, my torpedo bombers can run 17. If I get the Nell GM3, then I can run up to 21. So, but it's very, there's not more much space. The Allies must always hug the coast if they want to avoid my torpedo bombers. Batavia, I bombard, and now the damage is here reported 21. But I think the Allies can repair between 15 and 20, so maybe there's only 2-3 damage left, I don't know. Maybe maximum 5. Everything else is here picking. This was a little unluckily yesterday. I think yesterday one Dutch unit surrendered, the other one survived, and now this guy jumped out of the hex and my attack failed. And now it's here, so I must walk first up, and this guy maybe now takes this base, and so I try to catch him, and he will mess here with my two bases, but this at the end doesn't matter. The only base with resources is here. A little damage already, so long I don't lose this base, everything is fine. My tanks are still running source, so tomorrow I will be in the hex, and then the day after this attack everything goes okay. I bring some patrol boat in this area to check how strong is the enemy search activity here in Catalinas, to get a feeling if I can maybe bring in here some task force to operate as something around Perth. So early indications. So this is also why I have here patrol boats near Townsville, Brisbane, and more or less in range of Sydney, to see how often I get detected by enemy search radar or Navy search. This is all normal. So the New Zealand guys are still here holding, but they will dying tomorrow. Local minesweepers is coming to clean the port of Auckland so that I can use this port. That is fine. And here will now be a small disaster, not immediately, but soon later. A logistic disaster, more or less. I had here one division. I split this up in 3 regiments. One regiment takes a highway. One regiment is taking walking on the rail trail. And then I make a mistake. I don't know. I can see it here now, but at that time I don't. I think I make the mistake here. Yeah. I misread something. I don't know. It's normally super easy to see. You can see that the rail is going this way. And my idea was, I see that the New Zealand guy is coming to me, but they don't really have much attack power. So I won't walk to this hex. I won't be faster here than the allies are. I think I'm already on the way. So tomorrow I would arrive here. If I arrive here first, I'm owner of the hex, and the New Zealand guys cannot walk source. And I won't go one guy here to take down this block force, because I won't have the rail, because I want to rail my units later here to Wellington and not walk it all down. But this means I have no unit is walking in this direction. And there's a New Zealand guy is coming down. So I thought, okay, no problem. I use this flag gun and rail it down, simply to have a unit here. And this will maybe hold against a unit without the attack power. It's maybe enough, something like this. I'm not sure if I even try something more. But it was at the end not the best idea. Normally at this point I had to give up the way to walk the west. I normally must walk here or stay and hold this space, because the base is up to now without any damage, a lot of resources, and I need these resources to feed the industry of Auckland and Wellington later. Yeah, but somehow more or less what will happen is I arrive in this hex, I arrive in this hex, I arrive everywhere in time, and the New Zealand guys arrive also at this time in this hex, so we miss each other. Then the New Zealand guys take over this base, and then I have trouble. Naja, we will see. Good. So always keep at least one unit in your hex to prepare and defend your base. Yeah. I could more or less maybe forget. Normally I could say, okay, I try to defeat the block force, walk it around, take this base with this unit, and the New Zealand guys, they're trying here to walk here at the coastline. They're maybe escaping, but they're not really stopping me. But at that time I make this mistake to try to catch too much at the same time. Yeah, okay, good. Then see you next time. Take care, bye bye.